me just once.
We are talking about cocktails here, and this is my buddy Greg Mays, and he is a cocktail aficionado just as I am.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
You were just telling me about 50-50 martinis?
Yeah, because we were talking about stuff you drink for happy hour that won't sort of knock you out for the night. 50-50
Right.
martinis are good. You have to make sure your vermouth is fresh.
Is it
That's not
50% vermouth and 50%?
half vermouth, half gin. So like an ounce and a half of each. Those are great ones to just, because then you can have a couple, because the
Right.
vermouth isn't as high in alcohol.
Right. Well,
They're fine.
you made a good point because people forget that vermouth is actually a wine.
Yeah.
It's a fortified wine.
Yeah, that's-
there's so many people who open that bottle of vermouth because you don't really use it unless you're making a Manhattan.
And then they stick it in their liquor cabinet
Right.
for like a year.
Right. And then you
they're
pull
like,
it
I
out.
hate vermouth.
Right. You pull it because it's gone bad.
Months ago. Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah,
exactly
people
right.
forget that vermouth is a wine.
Yep.
Actually, I found that you can buy like a little thing of vermouth.
Yep.
And
That's what I do. I buy the
right.
smallest one I can buy.
Right.
Use it, stick it in the fridge right away, and then a month or two.
Throw it out. It's
gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
But this is very cool here because we've been talking about holiday cocktails.
Yeah, that's
here.
right.
I'm even having people over tonight, so
Yep.
maybe I should do something with this.
That's what I think. It's time to move to the fall. So
Right.
this is whether people realize it or not, your drinking tastes change once you start to get to the cooler months. And usually what
Right.
happens is people drink a lot less clear liquor and start to drink the dark stuff. Because the dark stuff is richer. It kind of fills your belly. That's what you want.
Gives you the warmth a little bit.
That's what you want. You don't want that in July, right?
Right. No, I want a
You
Pim's
want
Cup in
yeah,
July.
Right. You
Yeah.
want a vodka tonic. You want something light.
Right.
But as we get into fall, yeah, we want the richer stuff. We want some dark liquor. So we're going to make 2 drinks today, one with brandy and one with scotch. And
Excellent.
Yeah, we were pretty excited in the back, thinking, oh man, one of these is perfect for the bizcochitos. So
She has all kinds of bizcochitos. She's
Oh, I
got
know.
all flavors back there. I can't wait to taste
these are
those,
going to go
too.
really good with it. So
Excellent. So what are we making with the brandy here?
yeah,
first?
so the brandy, the most popular brandy cocktail, if you've ever had it, is a sidecar.
Of course.
So what I'm gonna do first, just real quick. Actually, I'm
haven't
gonna
had
put
it.
you to work.
Okay.
I'm gonna make you rim these glasses.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
Here's how I rim sidecars. I don't
Do you
like.
lime it?
Yeah, you do a little lemon. I don't actually like too much of a rim, so I'll only go halfway,
And then-
I'll just kind of dip. And I'll go pretty heavy, see? So it looks kind of cool like that.
it does,
And then I'll
'cause-
just leave it. And then the other half, if you don't like a sugar rim, then you're fine. So you're
Because I've
in
always
charge of
done,
rimming.
I guess, more the margarita style.
Yeah, I tend to set them to the
I like
side
that.
like that because then it doesn't fall in the cup.
Right.
It's not all gritty
Right.
and everything like that. So let's make our sidecar. So this is
these, and
brandy. This is actually a Spanish brandy from Spain.
Well, that's
Soberano.
that's where some of the better brandies come from anymore,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, brandy.
we go.
Spain, Mexico's even got some good brandies.
That looks
Yeah,
pretty
look
sure.
At that, yeah.
I'm
You're hired.
getting. That's my first time doing that. I got a good technique
That's
already.
good, yeah. So we're gonna do 1.5 ounces of brandy.
All right. And this is
Make
going
a
in the
couple,
shaker.
So, yeah. Yeah, we're going to shake this because it has lemon juice in it, and that's generally the rule. Lemon juice or cream, then you got to shake.
Yeah.
So
You don't want to order a sidecar stirred, not shaken.
yeah, because then you'll have lemon juice all at the bottom. It'll look like
yeah,
you know
yeah.
your
Trying to
orange
layer
juice
it.
carton. Yeah.
Right.
So and then we're going to do 1 ounce of lemon juice. I just squeezed this.
He was in the
backstage a
back.
minute
He
ago.
was actually
Squeezing
juicing it
lemon.
and squeezing it in the back.
That's the key. If you're making cocktails at home or just in general, the key is to really squeeze your citrus fresh. Oranges are hard because they're huge and they get everywhere. They
Right.
spray in your eyes. So I'm a little lazy about orange juice, but lemon and lime, I always just squeeze it right into the shaker
Right.
because it's a totally different flavor.
Right.
You don't want to go to the store and get the plastic lemons, and try to squeeze those into
I
your cocktail.
totally do that. I am that guy.
They have chemicals in them that keeps them from going bad, and
Right.
it makes the drink taste really strange.
Right. I think
so-
it reacts with the alcohol in some way,
yeah,
probably.
it's very odd.
But then we got some triple sec.
yeah, we do. So
So-
brandy, lemon juice, and then triple sec, which is orange liqueur.
Right.
Yep. So we're
So
gonna
this
put
is
that
very
in.
similar to a margarita recipe.
It is, yeah. Actually, a margarita is based on the sidecar recipe. Sidecar recipe came first.
It's just tequila
and then
instead
tequila
of.
instead.
Oh,
Yep. You got
okay.
it. You got it. So. The original cocktail for this was called a brandy crusta, which doesn't sound super appealing, but the crusta they're talking about is this sugar crust.
Of course.
Yeah, so I've had a brandy crusta. It's basically the same thing, but has this big sugar crust on the side. So, and then we shake.
Shake it up.
Yep.
And the sidecar is one of those, I think it really is kind of a forgotten cocktail.
It is.
How did you come to it?
I think the big way, so I'm going through my cocktail books, and it's sorted by the main liquor. So you got tequila, whiskey, whatever. Well, brandy is a base liquor. It's one of the, there's 6 base liquors.
Right, like a vodka.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Gin, those are the bases. So you start a cocktail with those. Well, brandy, I was like, I've never even had a brandy cocktail. I don't even think I have any brandy. You know, I'd done like 15 gin cocktails.
And you're the simple cocktails guy.
Yeah, so I've got like 3 or 4 bottles of brandy now that I'm really enjoying.
And becoming more of a brandy connoisseur.
Brandy's great. So brandy's distilled from wine. Some versions are distilled from grapes as well, but brandy's distilled from wine. We'll save those for people for later. But
that sounds good. I'm
go ahead
sure
and say
people will want them.
cheers, huh?
Cheers on this.
Cheers,
Let's see how this is. Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, that's a
That's
very
real
nice.
nice.
This is kind of a
Yeah.
sweeter brandy. It's really delicious. So,
But you wouldn't want to do this with, though it's based on the margarita mix
Yeah.
idea, you wouldn't want to get like the margarita mix with brandy.
well, it's not going to taste as good. That
No.
fresh lemon, doesn't that taste? It's got
That's-
such a great citrusy flavor when you squeeze it. You know, just a few
It really
minutes ago.
does.
Yeah,
It
it's got
absolutely
a great flavor.
does.
And it goes well with the
like that.
brandy. So
I like that a
So
lot.
the next one we're going to make is a little. You might find it a little strange, at least when I mention the ingredients. Oh, I forgot my garnishes.
Oh, of course.
Let's garnish these bad boys here. Hang those on the sides.
We'll do that. And we'll set this.
There we go.
Let's see, right about there.
There we go.
There we go.
So the next drink
I'm going to
we're-
move this cup of coffee. It kind of
Yeah.
ruins the.
ruins the vibe.
Right.
Confuses you. So the next drink we're going to make is called a Scotch milk punch.
I'm guessing that's scotch and milk.
You nailed it. You nailed it. So
And
I've
it's,
actually
it is.
made-
You are the simple cocktails guy.
I know.
So this is
Scotch
great.
and milk. So there is. I've actually made 2 cocktails on the blog where milk is a primary, not cream like a White Russian or
Right.
something, but milk. One is called gin and milk. It's very similar to this. So it's
That
it's
sounds gross.
terribly strange. I got it from a book called Old Man Drinks, and they have all these quotes from like these old dudes, and then they have all these weird old drinks. So we're gonna go with Scotch. Scotch is
Okay.
first. We're gonna do 2 ounces of Scotch, and because I'm making a couple, I'm gonna pour a couple. So 2 ounces of Scotch. This is, here's the best way I could say this, and this will make perfect sense to you. If you want something like eggnog, and you don't want to have you ever made eggnog from scratch?
No, I took one look at the recipe
tastes
and I
like an
said,
hour.
right, I was like, I'm not even
It has
trying
like 4
this.
liquors in it. It's insane.
Well, that's one of those recipes I wonder, like, how did somebody decide that this was
Right.
going to be a thing?
Right, they're like, you need brandy, and then you need rum, and then you need to whip eggs, and yeah,
Right.
it's wild. So this is sort of like if you wanted something like eggnog,
Right.
and you wanted to make it in a shaker and not take an hour. So the next ingredient is milk, of course, and so we put 2 ounces of Scotch. We're going to put 4 ounces of milk. So we're just going to pour a bunch of milk. Now here's the secret that I've learned about using milk in cocktails, is to use the fattiest milk that you can.
So no, like, 2% stuff.
Yeah. So I always get the vitamin D when I'm going to use it in cocktails because it tastes better. What ends up happening is skim milk, 2%, they're a little bit watery anyway. And once you add the booze, it just tastes like watery, boozy milk.
That sounds gross.
Yeah,
So,
it does
yeah, you
sound
don't want
gross.
the fattiest.
Yeah, so you want it to be kind of rich. And then the next thing I'm going to
And then
add.
and you want this, too, to be in, it looks like you got more, what kind of glasses are those? What do you call
Yeah,
those?
these are sort of like a little parfait glasses, almost
Yeah.
like dessert glasses.
Right.
So you want them to look kind of desserty and kind of cute.
fun.
Yeah. So I'm going to add a couple spoons of sugar as well. I got the raw, really cool looking sugar. A couple spoons. And that's it. Scotch milk punch. And we're
That's
going to
it.
pour it in these glasses, and we'll garnish it up a little. It'll look really, really cool.
That sounds great. And you got the Lafroig, which is
That's right.
always one of the best.
Yeah, that's right.
This one is, yeah, one of my favorites.
Some
I like
may
this-
shudder that I'm using an $80 Scotch to mix with milk, but that's okay.
You know, it's all right. It's the morning brew. That's how
That's
we
right.
roll.
We got to do it big or not at all.
Right. And you don't want to garnish these with sugar. You just put the sugar in it.
Yep. Put the sugar in it. It gets mixed in there well enough, especially
I
because
can
we're
actually
shaking
smell
it.
that from here. And
Smells kinda cool,
Smells,
huh?
It actually has like that smell that I might want to get for a, I don't know, maybe a biscochito?
Yeah, there you go. Give me that whipped cream.
All right. We'll
So,
shake that
yeah,
up.
let's call this dessert, right?
Right.
So, and then what we'll do is just a little whipped cream. We don't want
course.
to mess up the flavor too much. You could go nuts if you wanted to. And then last but not least, let's make this a true fall drink. A little bit of nutmeg.
Of
Huh?
course.
So now it's really like an eggnog,
And it's actually very pretty.
isn't it?
This is
great
really
that
a
looks.
good-looking cocktail. Let's see if we
great
can
that
get
looks.
this on the camera here, because we need to take a look at that.
All right.
All right, cheers on this.
Cheers.
Let's see how
Scotch
this is.
milk punch.
It actually smells like, I can smell the scotch, I can smell the nutmeg, and it actually has a real potent, like,
Right.
What?
Lefroy's got a lot of a smokiness to it, so it's a little bit like a smoky milk.
it is. It's peaty milk.
It is. It's smoky.
Yeah.
It's peaty. How about s'mores?
A little bit. I'm
trace
getting
of
s'mores. I'm getting like, there's like this almost campfire-esque
Yeah, right.
thing going on.
It feels that way. I mean,
Yeah.
you make it and you think, I wish I was sitting by the fire like 30 minutes before I was going to sleep. Right.
Right.
Just fill your belly
This
with
is
it.
great.
So
Actually, can you do
Scotch
this
milk punch.
warm?
Yeah, I think you can. Yeah, I would do it warm. Maybe even use like a milk frother.
Right.
Kind of boost it up a little.
We're
nice.
inventing our own cocktails.
Let's do
now.
it. Yeah.
Okay,
All
sounds
these
like a plan.
fireside drinks, and these will go great with bizcochitos.
Very cool. Well,
So we'll taste that.
simplecocktails.com is where we can find
right.
you. We can find all of these recipes.
Right.
We're going to keep this stuff here because I want to see how the pairing works.
Yeah, and I
with
got
our
I have the
bizcochitos.
recipes on the blog now. So right
Excellent.
now you go to it. It's the top thing.
Simplecocktails.com.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you. Thanks, Greg.
That's right. Take care.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
We're back in a couple of seconds, and I can see the bizcochito people over there.
That's right.
This is going to
Dip
be
it in
awesome.
my Scotch milk punch.
I think we'll try that.
Let's do it.
Okay, sounds good. We'll see you in a minute.